Welcome back to Spooky Creative Villages. Now, I'm not a big YouTube star and don't plan to be. My point is just to show a little bit of this village, give you some details, and hopefully inspire you to make your village spooky too. Today's video is just going to highlight the carnival. I'll be going over some details that we would have missed when the lights are on and the motion is going. So all motion is turned off today and I have the bright lights on so that we can see some of that great detail. Okay, well, let's start with Bat Bonanza. This piece here is a Lee Max Bat Bonanza. And as you can see, did a little bit of sculpting for that platform out of foam. I took a few bats snipped off from those dollar store rings and just glued them right on to the base. And here, I actually pressed the bats into the foam and then did some dry brushing with purple to bring the detail out. Now I really love to do landscaping work, and as you can see, this is one of the spots that it really shines. This Esmeralda piece here, all I basically did was draw in a half circle with a brick pattern and outlined with a little moss to make a tiny little amphitheater. This truck started out as just a basic plain white truck. I scruffed it up a little bit with sandpaper, glued on some graphics, added a little bit of paint, and it makes a great sign for the creepy carnival. I love to do detail work. As you can see, I sprinkle sand to make it look a little weathered and walked through. I carve out all my walkways and walls. And I like to add characters that are doing real life tasks. So here's a little carnival cleanup guy, and he's concentrating on picking up garbage, just made from crumpled up tissue. More landscaping. I like to try to highlight each ride the best I can to give it the appeal that it deserves. This is a new piece by Lee Max this year, and I used a little bit of air dry clay to enhance its walkway with another skull. We're panning around here from the carnival entrance and into the main section of the carnival. Some of my scenes are just very simple scenes that I make out of things I find along the way. For instance, the scene you see right here in the front. Right here. It was just made with an aquarium piece. That skull and fire ring belongs really in an aquarium. I added a flying witch, a little banner, and some poles, and gave it a realistic feel. Now you'll notice on this FG square fun house here, I built a platform, made the steps look like a tongue, and to make those teeth, I just used pumpkin carving teeth that you find in the dime store or the grocery store right around Halloween time. I guess dime store kind of gave away my age. I think they call them dollar stores now. Sorry about that, guys. Now, one of the things I really love to do with my walkways is what I call pinch mossing, and that's my own little term. So I created my walkway with some glued down sand, and then I just have some felted paper grass sheets that I glued down for the grassway. But if you notice, looking close, I find it's kind of beneficial to take tiny little pinches of moss and glue them down along the edges. It just gives it a nice finished off look. Remember, detail is one of the best things that you can do for your village to give it that realistic look. That right there is just the top of a Q-tip painted pink. It looks just like her candy in her hand, doesn't it? Another one of my favorite little scenes, coming around to this side, is this great little scene with the fortune teller. So simple, not a lot of money involved, creates a great scene and a great way to fill out your carnival without a lot of expense. Now the waterway for Pit Pendulum was done in resin. I don't know if I can get a close shot of that or not. That little walkway there I just found in a Goodwill store. Painted them up and popped them right into my platform. Now this piece here, I made the platform lifted so that you could see it sitting behind the Pit Pendulum. And I used another great find from the pet store aquarium section to make the walkway. Now we're looking at the carny backlot, where the carnies take a rest and get ready for the next day. But kind of looks like they've been partying it up a little bit tonight. Now we'll move to the top level. In my hometown, when the carnival comes to town, it's done at the fairgrounds. And so, you know, in all the fairgrounds, there's that little playground section that sits empty while all the rides are going. And so I couldn't resist adding that to my carnival this year. When this one is lit and moving, it's really fun and creepy, especially with that big clown hovering over top. Now I'm panning into the kiddie section of the carnival. I highlighted this area with some red decking and thin slices of foam that I carved into wood planks. I used more balsa wood and beads to make the railings and string. I found these great little keychains from Temu that looked perfect for the kitty section back there on the fence. Here we're moving into a ride, into Tin Can Alley. Sorry, not a ride. And the Smoke and Mirrors Magic Shop. I found those great little cards in the Michael's Dollhouse section. And so here's a good example of the different levels to give your carnival the interest that it needs, the height. And it also helps help you work with a little bit with your space. And that about wraps it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be doing a few more just to highlight the other areas of my village. I have several sections that we can show you later on. I'll be doing that maybe in the next couple days. We'll see, hopefully. I'll be working on another small project once this is all done. So we'll see how that goes too. But so we'll have some more videos coming up. We'll have Haunted Gardens and Monster Mountain. We'll have the town outskirts, and the graveyard. Hope you come back soon. Thank you.